Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl Mariah, better known as BeatByMariahB. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day, and welcome back to my channel, Fab to Fit Files. I had to put a small face on today, so I did my brows. I just put some foundation on from Essence Cosmetics and Omnicole, and I use the Omnicole blush, and I put on a lip. So it's a Morphe lip liner in Trendsetter and the Morphe Drenched Lip Gloss in the shade Wet Peach and the Fenty Gloss in the shade Riri. So that's my lip combo today. But I am coming back with another video because it's been a few days since we last chit-chatted, since last week. I know the last video that I posted, as you all saw, and have been running up the shorts and the actual vlog for the game that I went to on Friday, the Los Angeles Sparks. I got to see my girl play again for the third time at Gateway, Kelsey Plum, and they took on the Atlanta Dream. Now, you all know I'm an ATL girl, born and raised. I've been here all my life, and I love the Dream, but you all know that Kelsey Plum is my favorite player, and she is no longer on the Las Vegas Aces. She is on the Los Angeles Sparks. This is her inaugural season, and unfortunately, last night, they were eliminated from the playoff contention because the Seattle Storm were able to beat the newest expansion team, the Golden State Valkyries. So my Sparks are out. They right now are at 21-22, so they're a game below 500. And tomorrow they'll play the Las Vegas Aces for their last and final game for the season. So it's going to be a good one to see KP versus Asia one more time before next season. I'm excited about Unrivaled. They just launched 2 new teams, Breeze Basketball Club and Hive Basketball Club. So all of the Beehive fans, I'm sure that's part of the thought behind it, and Breeze, because they're in Miami with the palm trees, the breeze. That's really, really cute. I can't wait to see who is going to be going to Unrivaled. I hope my girl Kelsey Plum goes to Unrivaled because she took a mental health break at the beginning of the year and she decided not to do Unrivaled in January. But I know for this coming year, she should consider doing Unrivaled. I think it would be a great look for her and all of the other WNBA players. But anywho, I wanted to talk about an update with BeatByMariahB. So if you all have been following along with my journey and my content, you all know that I have been doing full-time content creation for the last 5 years. So September 4th, which was last Thursday, I celebrated my 5th year as BeatByMariahB. So that is the name that I created when I started my online presence on social media as a beauty content creator, and now I am an influencer because I do have affiliate marketing and I do sell physical and digital products online. And I have been able to get recognition from Thread Beauty, Mentor Cosmetics, who I'm affiliated with, Urban Ski RX, NYX, the works, okay? But I also have applied to the Sephora Squad every year since the pandemic, and unfortunately this year, just like last year, I got little to no testimonials for my beauty content. This year I got zero Sephora Squad testimonials. And it's a little bit discouraging when you have been putting your heart and soul into beauty for the last 18 years. So that's almost 2 decades of my life. Beauty has saved me from, a lot of self-doubt, and it has really boosted my confidence because I never really liked the way that I looked since I was in middle school, because I was teased a lot by not just the teachers but by the students, and it was really, really just a eye-opener that if you don't look a certain way, you're not the status quo, you're darker or you're more overweight than other people, then that's a problem. You can't just help the fact that you're, obese at a young age, because that's just part of your genetics, and the fact that, you're literally, a 12 and 13-year-old kid, and you can't have a job in corporate America. So you literally have to eat the food that your parents provide. And it may not always be the healthiest, but I mean, you had to sustain. And of course, you being an active child, going out, doing PE, walking, jogging, exercising, playing outside, that's going to, of course, help you lose weight. But as you get older, you learn about food and you learn how to be, more healthy, and it just alters the way that you think about food and what you consume in your body, and you eat less of it because of all the chemicals and just the fat content, and it's just not any real healthy ingredients that is contained in the food. But I found it very, very discouraging, because I also talked about this on Monday. I did a rant on Facebook, because people know that you have been doing your craft for years, and they will overlook you. They will be on social media and they'll hype up, Cardi B and Offset's drama with fraternity, or them going back and forth calling each other names, or who cheated on who. They'll hype up, Beyonce's sacred hairline. They'll hype up Rihanna's Fenty Beauty. They'll, hype up all of these, Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta stars and their beef. But they know that you do makeup, or you do beauty content, you do, makeup, skincare. You want to take clients. You want to be able to own your own beauty bar. You're trying to make extra money because, the state of the economy, you have to have multiple streams of income, and they just will overlook you, and they will look at your story all day long. If you post 1,000 videos and pictures in your story, you'll get 20 views to thousands of views. But if you post something on your timeline, people will not look at it. And when they do look at it, they'll just bypass it and don't say anything. And it's just like, but you always go out of your way to support them. And it's just like, how many more opportunities am I going to get to keep putting forth the effort, and I'm not getting any results in return? So I'm at a point now, actually a crossroads again, to where, and mind you, I've taken numerous breaks from posting content, from my business, and come back because I do feel like my content is helping somebody. But at this point, I just kind of feel as if it's just not going anywhere. I'm just continuously keep being burned out, and I'm not getting any results because people just don't care. There are so many people that are bigger than me that are doing much better. They have more relatable content than I do, and people are just gravitating towards them, and I'm just getting further and further and further in the background, and it's really, really frustrated. And unfortunately, the people that they're not your target audience, but they're the ones that could be able to help you find your target audience if they just try to push your content even further. So here's where I'm at, and you're going to have to go to part 2.